Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Heat's 5 biggest questions 1 month before training camp. Bam Adebayo and Eric Spoelstra's Olympic run is over and summer vacations are coming to an end. With the Miami Heat's first training camp practice less than a month away, it's a good time to answer the 5 biggest questions that still need to be answered. 2 of the Heat's 5 starters are written in Sharpie: Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. The rest is up for debate. If Eric Spoelstra sticks to his preferred starting group to end last season, that would mean Terry Rozier, Tyler Herro, and Nikola Jovic filling out the rest of the lineup. But nothing from last season indicates that Spoelstra or the Heat should be sold on that alignment. There are questions about whether Rozier and Herro can hold up defensively or impact the game enough when off the ball. When Rozier and Herro shared the court last season, the Heat were outscored by 4.8 points per 100 possessions, and Miami had a defensive rating of 121.4 in those minutes. That would have ranked dead last in DRTG for the season. If Spoelstra splits them up, he could go with Josh Richardson or Haywood Highsmith in one of those spots. Both are better defenders and capable of hitting spot-up threes. The other option is Duncan Robinson. Though not a strong defender, his chemistry with Butler and Adebayo is undeniable. Jovic doesn't have as much competition at his position and is a safer bet to keep his starting job on opening night. Spoelstra has experimented with Kevin Love as the other starter next to Adebayo, but that hasn't been viable defensively. Either Highsmith or Jaquez would leave the Heat undersized. The only other option is first-round pick Kel'el Ware, but it would be surprising for Spoelstra to open the season with a rookie in the starting lineup. As impressive as Ware was in the Heat's Summer League championship run, we still don't know what he can do at the NBA level. As a 7-foot shot blocker with rim running and three-point shooting potential, there's a lot to like in Ware's game. He'll be tested when the Heat begin training camp in the Bahamas, where the center room will include Adebayo, Love and Thomas Bryant. Spoelstra has called assistant coach Malik Allen one of the best big men coaches in the NBA, and he'll be tasked with getting Ware ready to contribute as soon as possible. Ware has drawn comparisons to Dallas Mavericks center Derek Lively too, who played an important role in last season's finals run. Lively started 42 regular season games, but mostly came off the bench after the Mavericks traded for Daniel Gafford, including all 21 playoff games. He still averaged 23.5 minutes, 8.8 points, and 6.9 rebounds per game for the Mavs last season. The Heat would love to get that kind of production from Ware. There will be a learning curve for Ware on defense, and he's been a willing, albeit streaky, three-point shooter for his career. But he should provide size, a big lob threat target, rebounding, and shot blocking from day one. Proposed trade sends NBA champion to Miami Heat for Tyler Herro and Nikola Jovic. The Miami Heat need to make something happen if they are to be considered contenders next season. Of course, the roster being healthy will be important. At the same time, they need more quality as well. The Heat do not have much flexibility and will need to make some tough trade decisions if they are to freshen up a roster that looks stagnant at the moment. Alec Burks was their most significant addition this summer. On the other hand, the Denver Nuggets have to deal with a crucial choice that has the potential to significantly impact their future. Jamal Murray, who was drafted by the franchise in 2016 and played an essential part in their 2023 NBA championship win, is currently in the last year of his contract. Murray has spent 7 seasons with the Nuggets. Over 469 regular season games, he has averaged 17.5 points, 4.5 assists, and 3.7 rebounds. He also has a reputation for delivering under pressure and raises his game come playoff time. So, it is more than likely that Murray will remain in Denver and re-sign with the franchise. But what if he does not? Would a move to Miami make sense for the 27-year-old and the Nuggets? In an article on TWSN, Daniel Alameda proposed a trade that would see the Heat receive Murray while the Nuggets would get Tyler Herro, Nikola Jovic and Josh Christopher. The Heat getting Murray might be a game-changer. They might need to add a third star besides Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo to compete with the likes of the Boston Celtics, Philadelphia 76ers and New York Knicks moving forward. Murray has a history of performing well in big games, particularly in the playoffs. Also, at 27 years of age, he is only approaching his prime years on the court and could be a long-term solution for the Heat. Once again, we'd like to point out that the Nuggets choosing to trade Murray is unlikely. But if he does become available, the Heat should be near the front of the queue. $207 million superstar could be top trade target for Miami Heat. It would be safe to say that most Miami Heat fans are not satisfied with the franchise's lack of activity this offseason following a first-round playoff exit at the hands of the Boston Celtics, while other Eastern Conference teams like the New York Knicks, Philadelphia 76ers, and more have strengthened significantly. The Heat's most significant addition this offseason has been Alec Burks. On the other hand, it is very possible that they have gotten weaker since last season, with Caleb Martin leaving for Philadelphia this summer. Of course, if the Heat can get healthy, it will go a long way. At the same time, they might need a lot more than just that to compete. It remains to be seen if the Heat end up trying to pull off some blockbuster trades in the near future. Trae Young of the Atlanta Hawks has been suggested as a potential option. In the article Imagining Every NBA Team's Top 3 Trade Targets on Bleacher Report, Greg Swartz wrote, "The Miami Heat don't have a glaring positional weakness and should be exploring upgrades or additional depth alongside Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo." After striking out on Damian Lillard last offseason, the Heat still have a need for an all-star caliber point guard, a role that Young would flourish in. Miami finished just 21st overall in offense and 29th in pace last season, two areas Young could help ignite. Young's future in Atlanta has been in doubt for a while as the Hawks have failed to make progress in the postseason. So, many believe that it might be time for the Hawks to move away from the Trae Young era and try something fresh. Of course, that does not mean that the three-time All-Star could not be an asset to other teams. Young is an excellent scorer and playmaker. Sure, there are weaknesses to his game, but if there is one coach who knows how to hide them, it is Erik Spoelstra. Additionally, he would not need to be the main guy in Miami. Of course, any move for Young would be a risky one for the Heat. But it is a risk that they might need to take if they want to be contenders again. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Trae Young? Leave your opinion in the comments.